What's going on, guys? This is Knife Standards. I just wanted to do a quick little video on this guy. It's the Asher Spiro. And it is headed out the door. I just sold this one, and I really like it. So, you know, a lot of knives come in. I get to try a lot of knives, and I buy and sell a lot of knives too. So this one is awesome, and it is headed out the door today, so I thought I would do a little video on it real quick, go over some of the kind of features and details and what I like about this knife before it heads out the door. So if you haven't seen this version of the Asher Spiro, then stay tuned. All right, we'll get into it in just a second. You can follow me at Knife Standards on Instagram. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, my designs, my knives are at knifestandards.com. All right, so what do we have here? Well, first of all, these are what I would consider budget knives. I forget exactly what I paid for this, but around $100, $100, $120, around there, if I remember correctly. But what you get is a lot of value for not that much money as far as knives go. You know, we can compare it to, what do I have on the table? Like this guy was in the $600–700 range. And of course, it's a different animal. This is a titanium integral, American made, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, you get a lot of value for not that much money. Let's say between 100 and 150, okay? We got one of my favorite carbon fibers. I think this is probably top 3. This is like the silver twill, they call it. This is probably my #1 favorite, which is the blue. I mean, this is just incredible, the blue twill. And then I also like, probably the blue and the silver are my top 2. And then I really also like the classic weave carbon fiber. But the scales are really well done. It is a liner lock, inset liner. You can see that right there, steel liner. The action, super smooth. Bearings. Could the D10 be stronger? Yeah, it could be, but personally for me, I think this is enough D10. I don't want to feel like I'm, you know, struggling every time I open a knife. There was a knife, a beautiful, amazing knife I handled at Blade Show. What's it called? I think the Protean. Crazy knife, like super cool, awesome design, whatever, but the D10 was just killing me. I tried it a couple times and like, man, my finger is not used to that. So I don't want to feel the struggle every time I open the knife, especially if I'm going to sit there and open it, you know, like fidgeting with it, or if I'm going to open it a lot through the day, if I have some boxes to cut up or some work to get done. So I think the D10 is comfortable. We got the G10 integral backspacer. So it's interesting because I call it a backspacer, but there is a backspacer in there. Oh, it's gonna be hard to see. There you go. So that is the backspacer, but then the backspacer is covered up with this chunk of G10. So I'm still calling it a backspacer, but you can see that that is actually the backspacer. And no, I haven't disassembled it, but it's cool. I've seen this on a handful of knives now. I don't know who the first was, but I think it's a cool design feature. And they've done the G10 the way that I like it. Because basically G10 it's what? Like plastic, right? Kind of. I mean, I'm sure someone will give me the technical answer. Knife nut, CNY knife nut, give me the technical answer. But sometimes it's super rough and kind of gritty, and this is not. This is really smooth, comfortable. Looks like T8 on the backspacer, T6 on the kind of the filler screw, and T6 on the clip screw. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't know why they wouldn't do T8 on both or on everything, because it's T8 on the pivot also. As far as the blade goes, by the way, you can see the Asher logo, very faint, but it's there. As far as the blade goes, it's S90V. A lot of people are using S90V. Good steel, no complaints there. And yes, you can slow roll it. I think the plunge grind looks good. It's much better than a lot of overseas knives. Of course, this is made in China, no big deal. Flat ground, stone wash, has a nice shine to it. Yeah, nice flat grind on it. A little kind of swedge action where the opening hole is, and it's tapered just a little bit. You see how it kind of gets a little bit bigger towards the pivot. What else? Let's talk about ergos real quick. Ergos are good. I feel a little, just a tiny bit of the edge of the carbon fiber, like here and here. To me, it's a little bit unfinished. Here, 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 but everything else is pretty knocked down and pretty smooth. And again, for the price, I don't think you can beat this. Like, 100, 120, 125. It's pretty good. They pack a lot of value in there. Action again, super smooth. In and out of pocket, it is comfortable. It is not my favorite wire clip. I like my wire clips better, but that's just me. It's a little bit tight. This kind of swoop, this little dip, there's a lot of tension. Kind of makes it tough to get in and out of my pocket, of my pants, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think this is my favorite version of the Spiro, and there was another version. I don't know if it was the Spiro, because I get the names confused, not just with his brand, but with a lot of brands. There was one with an axis lock, and I'm not really into axis locks, but it was damn good. I'm sure you guys can scroll back in my videos to find it, but that was pretty good. But this is also pretty good. I'm 99% sure that had a thumb stud. It was quite a while ago. But so far, I think this is the best opening hole knife from Asher, especially that I've handled. The finish is good, the action is good, and they just kind of keep getting better and better, little improvements. I remember another version that I owned had the liner like sticking out, and it was super slick with like, I think it was like paint or like a Cerakote, and it stuck out like that. To me, that was not, that was not it. But this is a big step up. A little bit of jimping on the liner, really easy to disengage. Super cool. All right, I'm gonna pack this guy up and get it headed out the door. Awesome knife from Asher. I'm always interested to see what he's doing next. Very, very cool. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.